Hello everyone, this is Andrew Barr with MyCrypto.guru here with a very quick video on how cryptos work with regard to death and inheritance tax. So I just had to deal with this. My grandmother who raised me, my mother passed away when I was 9 and I never knew my father. So my grandmother raised me since I was 9 years old, and her being my mother, I was in her will when she passed away back in November. She did have a little bit of cryptocurrencies. I have to admit that I'm the one who got them for her, and I also have to admit that she had no idea what I was investing her in. So anyway, my grandmother passed in November, and her crypto holdings went to my aunt and I. So here's how crypto holdings work. Crypto holdings in the U.S. are treated as an asset. What that means is that the U.S. government allows you to wait up to 6 months to take the cost basis of those assets when you transfer them. What does that mean? That means if you have crypto holdings from a relative that leaves them to you in November, like in my case, and let's say they were worth around $10,000, let's just say 10,000, make it easy. If I waited until May 21st, what I did, and let's say they were worth $15,000, I would assume ownership of them on May 21st. And if I went to sell them, I would pay taxes from a gain or loss based on $15,000, not based on $10,000. It's actually kind of nice. For all the flack that we give the U.S. government, the reason they did this was because at the time of a relative's passing, it was thought you have enough to deal with. You don't have to transfer the assets right away. You don't have to worry about all the paperwork right away. Take care of your relatives, take care of your family, and you got 6 months to transfer it down the road. What does it mean for crypto holdings? It's an advantage for us because we're in a growth period right now. So waiting 6 months typically means we have a higher cost basis than we would have if we took them at the time of passing. It's a small silver lining in a sea of shit, quite frankly, but you gotta find your victories where you can when your mother passes away. So anyway, so you can wait up to 6 months, transfer them over, use the new cost basis. Now, a suggestion that I would make would be if you have a wallet with your family's crypto holdings in them, don't transfer them until the 6 month mark, so that way there's no question of when the value was. Okay, transfer them at the 6 month mark. Use that new cost basis. And don't transfer them into your wallet that you keep your primary holdings in. There will come a time where you may want to sell off 1 or 2 Bitcoins for some cash. And you would be better off selling them from an account that had a higher cost basis, so you'll owe less in taxes. So and it's easier to keep track of if you have them in a separate wallet. So what I did in my Treasure device is I have, under my Bitcoin and my Litecoin and my Ethereum, which are the 3 that my grandmother held, I have an account for Andrew, and I have a separate account for Andrew's inheritance. So if I go to sell, I have very easy accounting of here's the cost basis for this account, and here's the cost basis for that account. And it doesn't muddle the waters. It doesn't cost you anything but an extra couple of minutes to set it up. So it's something you need to do. Just trust me, it's better to keep things separate, especially in a situation like this. As always, you can come to MyCrypto.guru. We are redesigning the site, so we're not going to be selling the coursework through the site. The coursework will be on, and let me show you, on Udemy. Right now it's free. Here in a couple weeks or so, I think we're going to be charging $15 or something to take the whole course. And we are going to be adding videos like this and other videos that I've made explaining things to the coursework. So we're going to be adding a lot of video content to it here next week and a half. MyCrypto.guru is going to be switching over to a consulting site. So if you want to get a hold of me to help you specifically with problems, you will get me, by the way. I don't have any employees. If you need to get a hold of me to help you specifically with a problem, then you can get on the MyCrypto.guru and request a time slot, and I will call you or you can call me, and we will sit down and work out your problems. I can remote into computers if you need it, so direct help right on your machine is exactly what you're going to be getting. I think at a fairly reasonable price for what you're getting. Anyway, so head over to MyCrypto.guru. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, I'm here to help, so whatever you need, just let me know. Thanks a lot.